Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. What is going on, people? How is everything? How are tricks, as they like to say in my neck of the woods? Just checking some volume levels here. I wonder if I can't get to the camera. That's all right. That's all right. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. So it is the way it is. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hopefully you all had a good, safe weekend. Your families are doing well. I was working all weekend. Hit that like button as you come in. As you can see, some things to talk about here. There's some things I was not able to get up on the line here, on the information line there that's running. You know, it's November 8th. Wow. You know, it is November 8th, and it is, it's Monday, man, already. Wow. And we are literally, let me count these days here. Let's see, that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We are 19 days away from Thanksgiving and 20 days away from quote unquote Black Friday. So certainly hope everybody is staying healthy. You get to see your families and things like that. So check that out. Check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm still, this is it. This is TV week, hopefully for me. And it's really come down to simply one word. It's a 5-letter word, and you all know what it is. It's price. So right now, the C1, and hopefully everybody can hear my voice. Give yourselves a round of applause. I have no idea why the sound isn't good on my audience, but that's just something else we're going to be looking into once this podcast is over. So I put a poll up. This is a short one. It's almost TV time. Should the OLED come before a new LED? Because that's what this is all coming down to. Is I have the QLED, which is a Samsung television. It's running about $900, and give or take. In my state, that'll be, it's $899. So with tax, we're looking at about $926, give or take. We have the infamous C1, the LG C1, which is she's coming in at a at $1,048. So with tax, you're looking at about $1,100, give or take. And that's 48 inches. These are all 48 to 50-inch screen TVs. Then there's the step down one. Now the Sony TVs right now, I'm not going to deny the I'm hoping I'm saying this right. The A80J or A85J or something like that. That's a good looking TV too, but it's not an OLED. It is a simple LED. It's an LED TV. It'll be newer than my TVs. All these TVs are going to be newer than my TV. So Forza 5 has a flying DeLorean. Yeah, to cover that. What is it? Oh, okay. I didn't know it was gonna have that, but okay. That's fine. Yeah, we got things to talk about. We're talking about my TV right now. Let me, don't interrupt me. I'll get to the shout outs here in a minute. So, but shout out to everybody here. So get your questions ready, because we're gonna do a little Q&A session. Got any more Tenet questions? Because Tenet's a year old this month. I don't know if you all knew that. So I believe it came out in November of last year. So any more Tenet questions, get them ready. If you've seen the Eternals, do not spoil it, please. There are people that still haven't gotten to see it yet. The Eternals made like 72 million, give or take, at the box office. It's looking like it's going to be making, probably in its 10-week run, I'm going to say it's going to make close to 500 million. In its 10-week run. After it's over, 460 to 500 million. And what's up, Lincoln Clay? Yeah, you know we got Mass Effect news to talk about. We got news yesterday on Mass Effect. So yesterday was N7 Day, or November 7th is always N7 Day. So yeah, we'll talk about Mass Effect coming back, and I'm excited. I thought we were going to get a 60 FPS mode for Andromeda, but we didn't. On console, but Andromeda stayed the same. I guess they're giving up on it. So yeah, hold on, that's not even picking up. Wait just a minute. Houston, we got a problem. Let me turn that off, and then let's turn it back on. Well, it says it's on. There we go. There we go. That was a little better. That was a little better. Okay, let's go back. So let's rewind. Let's inverse time. 60 FPS on Andromeda is not happening on console. It's just going to stay trash. Yeah, there you go. The audience laughed. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. Yeah. All right. So, but yeah, so that's the TV situation, as I would like to say. Just coming down to price, people. The Sony televisions that are LEDs are actually good TVs. I mean, they would be an upgrade over my Samsung 7000. I guess is this the MU? Yeah, the MU. The MU relay, the MU. So, which again had a better light panel than the KU, but not as good as the KS. So we got that going on. But let's give a shout out to the people that are here. Hit that like button, please. There's like 20 of you all in here. So shout out to everybody that's here. Jeff B Gaming, first in the house. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Oh, the one and only Ghost. Wow. The one and only Ghost is one of my first, I think, 500 subscribers. So, man, shout out to the one and only Ghost. Man, he just popped back in. He's been gone. I guess he came back after Halloween. So the Ghost is in the house, everybody. He's the ghostest with the mostest. Give a big shout out to the one and only Ghost. Thank you for being here, one and only Ghost. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, my studio audience isn't as big as Marlin Gaming Nation, as you all can tell. There's like 5 people in here. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, and they constantly are making fun of me. So, but let's see here. So, Mohammed Adam, when is it coming out? That's a loaded question. When is what coming out? Yeah, Lincoln Clay got Mass Effect news, always. Hot Wheels Unleashed has that too. Hot Wheels Unleashed. Oh, it has that car on it. All right. PlayStation has sold 46 million, or has 46 million paying subscribers between PS Now and Plus. Yeah, okay. Well, again, PlayStation's a much bigger brand, so they should. I do know they want close to 50 million on that. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go. Let's see. Somebody said Hot Wheels is better than Forza. Okay. I haven't played Hot Wheels, but, shout out to MBG. I think he did play it. So I think he said it was okay. But Taurus is great. How you doing? So said Forza 5 stutters in the 4K 30 mode. Again, have you played it then? I mean, I don't know. I'll be playing it tomorrow. I will be like when I get up to go to work in the morning. I'm going to get up at I'm getting up at 4:45. Matter of fact, let's set the alarm. Alexa, set the alarm for 4:45 a.m.
Alarm set 4:45 a.m.
Okay, so when I get up, I'm gonna be downloading Forza 5 on Game Pass PC. So I assume by the time I get home from work, it'll be done. So maybe I'll be able to play a little bit of it Wednesday with you guys. I'll line it up for Wednesday. Maybe we'll play a little bit. So Beatrice said you thought the LED TVs was dead. Nah, they're not. I mean, OLEDs are coming down to the point where you might as well just get an OLED. And right now, the C1 is on sale. I'm talking about the 48-inch one. It's right at $1,000. Like if it gets down to like $979 or $949, something like that. If I'm walking in the store on Friday, okay, you got to understand that. And either I'm walking out with that TV on order or not. And I'll be like, hey, look, can you bring it to me on Saturday? I may say something like that to him because I'm an impulse buyer. But if not, I may get that Sony TV because I'm just going to walk in there. They always know. Like I put off, I guess, a certain pheromone when I'm going to make a purchase because they always know to come up. Like when I'm going to spend money, they always know when I'm going to buy something. I don't know how they do it. It's just the look I have. I have the look of a man that's ready to spend some cash, cash on the barrelhead, ducats, money, you know. So, but so yeah, but so that's where we're at with the TV. So it may be the Sony 8500J that's got the VRR, the 120 hertz up. You know, it's 120 hertz. It's got the VRR update. So it may be something as simple as that. I don't know. So, so somebody says the live streams show stutters in 4K 30 mode. Performance mode had not stutters. Well, remember the performance mode. Well, I don't want to talk about that yet. Well, everybody's talking about it. Okay, let's talk about that. So Forza 5's it's got 2 modes. Forza Horizon 5 has 2 modes. Now on PC, I've never had an issue on PC because I've played Forza Horizon 4 on PC. I've always played it at 60 frames per second. I've always played it in ultra settings, and I play it like at between 1080p and 1440p. I set the resolution to dynamically scale. So guys, I've sat here multiple times and said the dynamic resolution isn't going anywhere, and it's not. Dynamic resolution isn't going anywhere. So, and neither is checkerboarding, and neither is 30 FPS. I think it's hilarious that there are some people that attack 30 FPS. And again, if I have a choice between playing at 30 and 60, I'm going to play at 60. I will take the hit in assets. That's just what I do. If you play Spider-Man, for instance, on a PS5, you can play it at 4K native, 30 frames per second if you want. Okay, you can also play at 60, checkerboard it, like 1800 checkerboard it with, I don't think it has ray tracing on there. Then you have the infamous 1440p, 60 frames per second with ray tracing, but you see the trade-off. So 4K native, 30. 4K checkerboard it, no ray tracing, 1800p, which my understanding is it looks really good in that as well because it's upscaling to 4K. All right, then you have the other version, which is my version, 1440p 60. I love that. So I love it. So have I picked up Vanguard yet? No, I have not. I may pick it up Friday. I don't know. Friday is my Christmas shopping day. So we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how I do on that. Well, I'm either going to come out. I mean, I'm getting something. I mean, like I said, I'm getting Cana Bridge of Spirits. That physical, didn't the physical version of that come out pretty soon? That is coming out. So I'll just be getting a bunch of stuff. I mean, that's all I can say. There's something that's going to be reduced in price that I wanted to buy, but I can't remember what it was. So I don't know. I'll get to it. But I'll play Vanguard if I've seen people playing it and it looks good. Is it a good game? Is it a bad game? Is it typical Call of Duty? You know. So the first 48, Marlins begs his fans to give him, I assume that's money. Well, shout out to Marlin Gaming Nation, and shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Hip Hop Gamer was on Marlin Gaming Nation last year and specifically talked about the machine learning patent. We'll talk about that briefly. But I want to give credit where credit is due, and Hip Hop Gamer reported this first. And and he's got people hating on him and calling him all kind of names and stuff like that. But not for me. Not for me. He has my full-throated support. And I think, and he was also on RGT. He went on RGT and he talked about this machine learning, direct sample, whatever it is, direct learning, whatever the hell this thing is. But PS5 has that, So somebody feature said you would like an OLED 65 inch before buying a 70 inch. Oh yeah. Again, it's you got to pay the cost to be the ball. Shout out to everybody but I kept seeing everybody in my timeline had bought this 48 inch C1. Even Mrs. Jones, Kylie Jones, Mrs. Mrs. Jones, she bought one. So I'm thinking, yeah, I may need to go ahead and get one of these. See what's happening. So, but we're gonna find out though. We're gonna find out. So remember, go ahead and vote if you don't mind on should the OLED come before a new LED? That's waiting to get confirmation on that. But we're going to talk about some things here. Let's first get my favorite story out of the way, and I know this is Lincoln Clay's favorite story too. Let me go over here. Let me go to window capture. There, make that small.
Hello everyone.
If you didn't know, yesterday we got more reveals for a new Mass Effect game, and it says the points to the Geth return. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. This came out yesterday, and this BioWare has unveiled a fresh piece of Mass Effect 5 artwork as part of its annual in 7-day celebration, which is something that they do with the fans. BioWare, if you don't know, N7, that's Shepard's rank, and N for us means November 7th. And even though it was Sunday, they still did something. And I was expecting them to do a 60 FPS patch on, like I said, on Andromeda, but they looks like they've told Andromeda to go kick rocks. So there's some good things about Andromeda, but the story was not. But clearly it says here the Geth were heavily featured in the original Mass Effect trilogy, which is true. That is true. And they're an AI race created by the Quarians that rebelled, kind of like the Cylons did, so or Skynet from the future with the Terminator. So says here they served as one of the primary antagonists in Commander Shepard's galaxy-wide adventure. Again, that is true. So that's about all we got, although the new Mass Effect is still in the early stages of production, kind of like Fable. So it's understandable at this point. So again, I just think it's great news that we're getting another Mass Effect game. All this does for me is confirm another Mass Effect game. So now, I don't think, shout out to Jeff Grubb, he said he don't think we're even going to see anything on it till 2023. And I think that sounds right if there is another Mass Effect game. Again, I chose the destroy. I chose the destroy ending. Now that's what I picked. And you can pick destroy. It depends on how you play. Destroy, control, and those will always be there for you. But there's two other endings that you can get depending on. Yeah, the Xbox, yeah, the AI race, yeah. So Mass Effect 3 goes into the Morning War and what it meant for the Geth and how they became sentient and all that kind of stuff. But it's a good story. It's a good story. So hell, I may play Mass Effect today. So who knows? But if you don't know, I did beat Death Stranding. It has the longest epilogue that I've ever seen in a video game ever. Like, it's at least 45 minutes. It was something else though. It was something else. I mean, I was like, wow. But I did beat that. So all you people who want to see the trophies, and shout out to everybody that's pushing back on that. Again, if these idiots aren't on your friends list, you just tell them to kick rocks. So, but you all do it like that. So, yeah, Compass Motor said the series of Mass Effect Andromeda needs to be left alone. I'm not denying it, but it would have been nice just to match them together and say, okay, we can do 4K 60 on Andromeda, because and that's all. So the longest epilogue played is Red Dead 2. It wasn't as long as this. I mean, this just kept going. I mean, it was almost a 30-minute flashback that you played through, and it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was just long, but yeah, it ends on the beach and then it's not over. It has like another 45 minutes. I'm like, golly, what are we doing? But typical Kojima. It has this supernatural. It's already a sci-fi movie, but then he added a supernatural stuff into it. So that was interesting when you go into the story and stuff like that and see who people were and what they were really intending on doing, and how the beach represents purgatories, and everybody has their own personal purgatory that they're stuck in until judgment comes. So Vitra says a continuation on Andromeda. I don't want that, but I mean, they did leave some cliffhangers on there, but I don't want to know anything else about Andromeda. So there are some. Look, if you play the modded version of Mass Effect on PC, there is actual a mission that was created where you do have to go destroy some stuff on the Andromeda initiative. You don't know why you're destroying it. They just say, like, Hackett tells you that I don't know if it's Hackett or if it's Liara. I think it's Liara. Tells you about the mission to Andromeda and things like that, and we have to destroy this because they're only probably right outside the Milky Way, blah blah. It's something like that. So you would have a new Dragon Age. Okay, yeah, I think there is another Dragon Age coming as well. So yeah, I don't disagree. Dragon Age, the second Dragon Age was trash, but Dragon Age 1 is a great game. That's a great game. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So, but yeah, we have another Mass Effect game coming, and I'm excited about that, and I hope you are too. If you're not, well, that's fine. This different strokes for different folks. And let's see here. Let's see if we can pull up this story here. See what you all were saying in the chat about that next Mass Effect game. So yeah, but we'll get this story that I'm getting ready right now. I'm getting my next story ready for you all. So let's see. No, nothing on you rather. Yeah, Dragon Age, we did that one. Up there. Oh, Paul G, how you doing? It looks like a typical Call of Duty game. All right. So again, I don't. Call of Duty's games are okay. I like the World War II stuff, but I did enjoy the Modern Warfare one. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the remake of it, or reimagining of it. So those, I had fun with those. So but yeah, it's I don't look too high or too low on it. The Fable and Indiana Jones on the Xbox games that can get you to buy a Series X. Hopefully they're good. Yeah, well, I hope you're right. I'm excited about Fable. I don't know how Indiana Jones is going to be. I don't know how that's a big deal when there's Tomb Raider and Nathan Drake's Adventures out here. So, but again, that's just me. And Uncharted was a better game than Uncharted was a better game than Tomb Raider. So let's see here. Eric83, shout out to him. He says Cold War campaign is good for Call of Duty. Yeah, that game I did enjoy. You're talking about the one that came out last year. It was RPG based. You could go to different spots. I guess I didn't do the whole thing correct. I guessed wrong, or I went to the wrong spot or something, which is fine, So first what he says, Marlon's cool, but guys, look, come on, shut up. Look, Marlon's a cool dude. I like his podcast. Let's try to lay off the insults, the throwing under the bus and all that kind of stuff. So Marlon's a cool dude. He's always, I was on his podcast. He's gracious enough to invite me on his podcast when he did it. And so yeah, I'm just just knock that off. That's all I can say. Just leave that. I mean, he's a good guy. I enjoy his content. So been a long time. I mean, he podcasts when I'm normally at work, so that's why I don't get to interact with the chat and stuff like that. But I see you guys in the chat. I see like Brittany Messina and you guys are in his chat. So I mean, again, if you don't like what he's doing, don't listen to him. I don't know what else to say about this stuff anymore. The donations are nice. I mean, I'll speak for myself personally. I've been able to get things from the community that because people donate it. So yeah, it's always a blessing when somebody says, yeah, here's this, here's that, it's fine, but shout out to Marlon and all the content creators, whether you're on Twitch doing it or on YouTube doing it or wherever you're doing your content. It's, whatever it's about. I mean, you have people that have 25,000 subs, for gaming channels and stuff like that. So, what I do not like is, and everybody wants to, one of my favorite people that I've been listening to for years is John Campia, and he just got some corporate sponsorships and he does movie talk. And I enjoy, all his stuff. He gets red carpet treatments to go to different movies and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, and I'm looking for some local sponsors, in my city. And, one of the things I'm gonna be making an announcement pretty soon on people who have small businesses that, want some free advertisement through my podcast. I'm not going to charge you to advertise, but, that's coming down the road. Okay. It's coming down the road. You may have merchandise you want to sell and things like that. And I can always put a word out for you. And, but that's coming down the road. So yeah. But so Digital Foundry, said some things about Halo in the new video. They said doesn't look good. Okay. Well, again, I'm going to get Halo but I'm waiting for the campaign. I'm not going to play the multiplayer. I'm only going to play the campaign, and I just want to see what happens after all happened with Halo 5. I guess you want to look at it like that. So, but yeah. You're concerned that Fable being done by Playground, they have no experience making RPGs. Fair enough, but so did Guerrilla. Guerrilla ended up was making shooters, and they made Horizon Zero Dawn. So again, I hope that's the template they use. It's, we gave Guerrilla a chance, and Guerrilla gave us one of the most fascinating games and new character protagonist, Aloy, that I've ever seen. But let's hope it's done that. So what's up, Tubby? Hey, I'm dropping weight, I'm dropping weight. Everyone has to make money. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the podcast itself makes money. I mean, we get a printout. If you don't know, if you sign up, you get a analytical. You get data on who is listening and things like that. Like I said before, you never know who is listening. There is a shout out to Guerrilla Games. There's a developer at Guerrilla Games that listens to this podcast. I didn't know that. And then I found out. I'm like, whoa. So yeah. But shout out to those guys. So again, you never know who is who's listening. Yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition, I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought I've beaten that multiple times. Yeah, I enjoyed that game. Immensely. What was that one girl who had that jar of bees? Remember, you could open up that jar of bees on people. They were like, ah! So yeah, but that was man, what did I play that on? That's PS4. Yeah, that's good old fashioned PS4 right there. Dragon Age Inquisitions, PS4. I still remember that. Yeah. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that game. VR, yeah, the new patent that we're going to be talking about here. Let me see if I can put this up on the screen here. I'm glad, let me make sure I pull the right story here. Yeah, let's try to get this on the screen here. Let's make that bigger though. So there we go. And let's see here. Let me come over here. I've got like 4 screens up, and I apologize for that. Of course, I've already had a couple glasses of my old Kentucky home. It's not showing up. Right. Let me do that. Yeah, and there's the studio audience making fun of me. Hey, look, I'm trying to get this pulled up, people. And they're mocking me. So let's see here. All right, let's not use that one. Let's use a different one then. Different strokes for different folks. What kind of TVs do you all have? Do you all have your OLEDs yet? Or are you still waiting for the OLEDs to come down? Or does anybody know anything about the QLED from Samsung? Because I'm trying to get more information on that. Man, everybody is just, a lot of people are just fixated. And I mean, they are fixated on the C1. Like, the C1 is somebody's daddy. Like it's Darth Vader's daddy. It's the daddy of the Mac daddy. So everybody has the OLEDs, the C1. Yeah, like I said, man, shout out to everybody that has one. Let me make that clear. Oh man, this is not working. Let me subtract that. Let me window capture. Now here it is. Found it. All right. So if you don't know, and again, big shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He talked about this over a year ago. So he was talking about, this is based on, as you can see here, new Sony patent details real-time imaging upscaling for PS5, and the surprise here is the VR games. But you can see here how it would work. You see over here on the left side, over here, the person's hand is blurry. And over on the right side, because they're just giving you an example of what they're trying to go for because of the upscale. Y'all talking about LG, and there it is on the screen. But the big news here isn't the patent, is that the patent is based on machine learning. And remember, RDX podcast said that the machine learning post up and guys like that were like, the machine learning ain't gonna be that good. But the Xbox, does Xbox have any games that have been announced that are out right now that have machine learning on them? I mean, I know PlayStation does. I know PlayStation has machine learning on their games. I know they have an 8K game out, albeit it's a game that I wouldn't play. It looks like something that came out back in 1987, on PC. It looks like trash, but it's 8K native. So, you can do, if you don't know, you can do image upscaling to 8K. I don't know if you all know that. What you would do is you would take an 8K image like they did with the Epic gameplay demo. Isn't that like an 8K image that they spun down to 1440p to get the clarity? It was something like that. So, man, somebody says somebody got a 55-inch OG. Man, is that the CX? Because see, there were people online. I guess it was Saturday. They were just going back and forth between the C1 and the CX. And I'm like, I looked at both of those TVs and the lag time on the CX is worse. Now, let me make this clear. The lag time is better on the C1. Much better on the C1, like 3 milliseconds. But the LG CX is better to watch movies, like movies and TV shows. So, I mean, that's according to everything. I looked at all of them. You know me, before I go buy something. So let's say he's cool, shows a lot of, yeah, it's guys, for me, this is a, what is this crap on TV? All right. I don't understand what these kids are learning by these cartoons on TV. These cartoons are trash. I mean, I grew up, we got to watch Goldie Gold and Action Jack and Voltron and the Super Friends. This cartoon is trash. I just seen it. I don't know what this is. Anyway, all right. But see, my whole thing is on the machine learning. And not only did Hip Hop Gamer talk about this, but so did shout out to Brittany Messina. I believe she talked about it as well. A few times, I know. So shout out to her as well. But Hip Hop Gamer reported on this over a year ago, and people were saying, well, he's a clown. He don't know what he's talking about. Well, here is walking, living proof that he knew what he was talking about. So can we lay off the dragging of people? You just have to accept that there are people within the community that do know more than you do. Now, you have every right when somebody gives you information to ask for a source of that information. And you can say, well, even though you sourced your information, I don't believe it. Again, you have every right to say that as well. But I'm trying to get you all to refrain from the name calling because it's beneath you. Okay, it is beneath you. You don't have to call people. Just don't watch and support their stuff. You want to send somebody a message, if you're sub to them, you unsub. That's it. Because you see the people who are subbed and unsubbed to you, and which I didn't know you could see that, but I actually have that data sheet now. So so it says, so your wife didn't really understand why you needed HDMI 2.1 though. That was a rough conversation. Well, doesn't the PlayStation and the Xboxes come with the 2.1s? I mean, they work with the other ones. They work with 2.0. But there's differences with those HDMI cables. I know that. You could get a basic one and get 2.1, but if you want to step up with the sound, like you have Sonos. Man, my friend got Sonos. Oh my God, he got a Sonos soundbar. Oh, oh my gosh. But he's got it hooked up to like a mid-level HDMI 2.1 cable, and we were watching. What movie did we have on? A Black Widow, and he had it running on his Series X, and we were watching Black Widow, and I was like, wow. This is just like being in a movie theater, you know. So, but Source 48. Well, I mean, I don't know why we're gonna talk about Forza. I mean, you know, but I want to get this thing. It says here that I filed back in April and recently published at the end of October the patent titled "Computer Implemented Method for Completing an Image." Outlines ways that machine learning can essentially create masks of any given image to reveal or clone. I mean, that's the same thing checkerboarding does, but this sounds like a more intense method of checkerboarding. But I want to I want to try to reach out to Optimus Code to try to bring him on. I'm gonna try to reach out to him and Jada, maybe try to get them on Wednesday. But they're both businessmen. You just can't, you know, you just can't say, hey man, come on my podcast on Wednesday, you know. You know, it's a business. So everybody's a businessman. I got my little small business going. So I've even got an employee. I got a new payroll, people. So, actually it's a student that just helping me out. It's going to be doing some hopefully helping me with my sound and some graphic improvements and stuff like that. So we're going from there. Just gonna see how that goes for the next 6 months. Let's see here. It says where were we at? Okay, mask any given image to reveal some sections and hide others, altering what it needs to and use those processes to fill in holes created by regions of missing or corrupted data. Machine learning eventually makes this process less resource intensive on the hardware, allowing for higher resolution image upscaling without performance or time costly or time costs normally associated with such processes. So again, this is machine learning. Again, this is AMD and Sony using machine learning based on this patent to do some different things. So again, remember, we always told you that the PS5 could do machine learning, and it was people in the Xbox community that lied to you all. Again, you can ask yourselves why they lied. I don't know. But don't bring it here. Don't be trying to say I lied to you. I always told you you're going to have machine learning. So said rumors, Spider-Man 94 and X-Men 94 coming back. Coming back for what? I mean, you all are very cryptic in what you all say. You're very cryptic. So, but let's see what else we got in here. Yes, Jeff B Gaming. If you all didn't know, good point. Disney is adding IMAX sound. Well, the sound won't change in IMAX, but you mean the picture? Yeah. Yeah, and they added, it's like Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and Wasp, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther. There's going to be like 10 or 12 movie Captain America Civil War that you will be able to watch in IMAX format, which let me make this clear. That is effing phenomenal. That is effing phenomenal. So shout out to everybody. Wow. That for me, that for me is a big effing deal. So, but when I saw that this morning, I thought, yeah, this is under Chris B. What's in the house? You think Sony gave up on VRR? No, they're getting it in the fall. They're getting it. Matter of fact, no, the 900 series has it. So, no, that's not true. That's not true. But again, honestly, Chris, ask yourself, is the PlayStation 5 having any problems with frame rate and or screen tearing? The answer is no. I mean, it's not. The answer is no. So, it's not. It's not. So, also Snyder Cut is in IMAX format. Or I didn't know that. That I did not know. So, all right. And you said machine learning is just a mathematical yeah, that's what it was saying. It's all software stuff. Yeah, nobody said it wasn't. All you need is enough of a clock circle per second to make it efficient. Yeah, that's fine. But you have to make it efficient where it doesn't make it taxing, and that's what I am all about. This puts a smile on my face, as Thanos would say. So teacher says Xbox believes machine learning is some kind of cyberpunk technology. Well, yeah. You could even make pocket calculators to do machine learning. Yeah, I mean, again, it's new to consoles. It's not an overall new concept that's being practiced. So what it can and cannot do, we don't know. But Sony has filed a patent where they think it can be. To me, this is AMD's version of that deep learning super sampling. Which again, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He did say AMD and Sony were working on their own solutions, and so shout out to him. So VRR would help machine learning. I don't. Will it really? So he said, Jay Wright, shout out to Jay Wright, says he saw the commercials this morning for Disney IMAX. You got 7.1 sound. Wow. Digital sound. Okay. In your living room, it's mine already. Sound crazy. Yeah. Oh, it's going to have the sound as well. I thought it was going to be, so it's picture and sound. Very well. No, that's fine. I mean, the article I read said nothing about sound and everything about the image. So I'm more impressed with the image, but again, that's just me. Yeah, because I already I'm in an apartment, so I have 5.1. There's no reason for me to run out and get 7.1, but I am extremely tempted on that Sonos because that thing was effing amazing. So it was amazing. I was like, wow. So Returnal also drops into the 40s. Drops what? I mean, drops what? Says Rocket League frame rate is also all over the place on PS5. I do believe it's an open frame rate with Rocket League. So, so just if it's an open frame rate, it's going to go all over the place. It's just, it's dynamic FPS. So, it says do the math. Oh no, isn't that what Dealer Gaming said? Just do the math. So, do the math, man. What did I think about Dune? I thought it was okay. I thought it was all right. I'm glad, they've already announced a sequel. That's not a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil it, but I thought it was okay. It was cool to see it done like that because the original Dune was trash. It was so trash. So, so no, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, but moving to the final story here, because I know you all are getting ready for JTech's podcast. He always podcasts around 11 o'clock with some kind of red alert or something like that he calls it. So, but this is an interesting one on Forza 5, which I don't know if you all saw that clip the train coming out of the negative zone and hitting the car, and the car hitting the phone pole, and the physics are just trash, and they're saying it's a bug, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, but why does the world's most powerful console have a train that just pops in like that? Can I get fiber internet? Yeah, that's what Spectrum is. Spectrum is high speed fiber. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I don't know. Google Fiber is coming here next year. So, with tethering, all that stuff. You don't need to be tethered anywhere for Wi-Fi. With Google, Wi-Fi is just going to work no matter where you are. So have to wait and see how that turns out though. I keep seeing a commercial. So you can name more games where PS5 outperforms in frame rate. Yeah, Jeff, it's amazing in my opinion to see how bad PS5 is outperforming the Series X. It's damn near embarrassing. So, but let's see if we can pull this story up here. Let's see here. Let's see, window capture. Now this is from Forbes, so this is not a fanboy website, but it says Forza 5 feels like the start of a new Xbox Game Pass era. Now, shout out to Paul Tassi. This is an opinion article. Let me make that clear. This is an opinion article, so I do agree with this article, and that how Forza. To me, Microsoft needs Forza and Halo to drive up Game Pass numbers. That's why you see the panic from the Xbox community on Xbox having games at Christmas and PlayStation doesn't, because the other 10 months of the year did not count. I mean, to me, these Xbox guys, this is like somebody saying, you know what, I got married and my wife went out and had sex with somebody else for 10 months, but because she's going to be here with me in November and December, nothing that she did before that counts. That's what they sound like to me. But, it's just, yes, thank you. Thank you. Because to me, if I had bought a Series X and ain't got no games on it, I would have been like, yeah, I'm like, what? What are we doing here? And then I'd be breaking out the, that's what I would be doing. Like, where are my games? Where are my games? But on the PS5, they launched with Spider-Man. They launched with Demon Souls. You still had the Cold War game. Months later, they had Returnal. And that made me happy. I came home and I was ready to, I was ready for one of those. But yeah, it says here, and this is the Forza 5 is putting up massive numbers in early access. So, which you got to understand, early access does require you to put money out. Now, not unless, let me make this clear, there are influencers out there that got it for free, but most of them did not. But it says here, if you want to play a few days later, which is us, that's tomorrow for us. And like I said, I'll be downloading this game when I get up tomorrow morning. And I mean, it's crazy how this LG OLED, I'm talking about it, and it's over here now. I think I'm being followed by the LG OLED. Okay, it's right over here. So, but it says Xbox Game Pass has drawn no shortage of praise already, and it's been putting Microsoft first party exclusives there, day and date. Says you think things are about to change now that Microsoft has armed themselves to the teeth with high profile first party releases from its Bethesda acquisition. Now, again, I don't know how it's going to change. We won't know until next year. And a matter of fact, Game Pass has no bearing on Microsoft because Game Pass missed the numbers that it was supposed to get, and Microsoft stock did not get affected. So that's reality. That's the reality of this situation. So, I mean, again, it says here that it's sold pretty well. But again, the multiplayer on Halo is free, even without Game Pass. So I didn't know that. Okay, that's fine. So it says here, Halo and Forza are the massive games coming. Now, Microsoft desperately needs to see numbers move. They need to see more people signing up for Game Pass this fall, because not only are they increasing the frequency on when you can go and get a Series S and X, because they've pretty much caught up to demand according to them. Also, they need to see new Game Pass subs. That's reality. I'm not going to get into well, they're only charging this and they're only charging that. Like, if they don't see a marked uptick in Game Pass subs, they're in trouble with Game Pass. Now, I do agree with Musclebound Gamer, MBG, when he was saying that he thinks that Microsoft doesn't care. It may take them 10 years to get to where they want, as long as this isn't having any effect on our bottom line over here as shareholders, that we don't care. So that could be it. That could be it. But Microsoft needs to make several more acquisitions, and I'm now hearing Blizzard is possibly Microsoft's looking at Blizzard to purchase them because of all the trouble that Blizzard is having right now, trying to get their stuff straight, cleaning that up. But yeah, I mean, Dishonored and Starfield. To me, I'm more excited about Starfield than anybody else that I know, but I like sci-fi games. But this is a good read. I do agree with this article. And this is an opinion article. I mean, to me, Game Pass is a good idea to help get new people into the flow of it. But again, it's nothing new. It's not like, oh God, there's nothing life-changing about it. It is nice to have, however. So, but what do you guys think? This is a good article on Forbes, so it ain't no fanboy site. I'm not using that. Yeah, Jeff B. Gaming cartoons are trash. They're just straight garbage. Just garbage. So, but again, that's why I think you're seeing a panic, because it's like, well, if we can't get this, they're trying to get. It's almost like they're trying to speak stuff into existence. So, we'll have to wait and see. We won't know Game Pass's numbers if they went up or down until February. I think that's the next big earnings call for Microsoft. Of course, I'll be paying attention to that because I have stock in their company. So it is what it is. So, but we'll have to wait and see. And what's this about the DeLorean? So it says not creative. DeLorean had Gulf wing doors for a reason. Oh, the DeLoreans, yeah. The DeLorean was a very well made car, though. Arguably one of the best made cars ever. So, but yeah. So, what do you all think about that? So, I'm excited to be playing this tomorrow for a little bit, and because I won't really be able to play it until Wednesday, but I want to get ahead and get it downloaded. So, there's no studio purchases will fix that problem. Well, again, I'm not here to say I think they need studios. I think in order for Game Pass to work correctly, they need 35 studios to put so that those studios can just put games in the Game Pass. So, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So they ripped DeLorean being able to fly from designer. Well, DeLorean is a DeLorean. What's one of Microsoft's? Yeah. I believe I can fly. Yeah, there's a reason why they use the DeLorean in Back to the Future. But isn't the DeLorean available on Rocket League as well? Don't they have the DeLorean? I know it has the Batmobile. So they've got all kind of weird cars. They still haven't added the car that the Blues Brothers drove, have they? I don't think so. I don't think that's the issue. But yeah, guys, that's what I had today. I'll be getting Forza. I will be streaming it, God willing, Wednesday morning. I'll stream Wednesday morning about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, something like that, just to see what you all are doing. So, says you don't think, Jay Wright says he doesn't think they're going to have much new subscribers on Game Pass because right now for Forza makes more sense just to buy the game because you can pay less. Well, again, it's they're trying. I do agree with the article in that they need to see an uptick, not only for Forza, but Halo. I mean, Halo is one of their staple franchises. So these are, you know, what do they say? Halo, Gears, and Forza. You know, so these are two of their three big games, and we'll have to wait and see how they how it turns out. They said they need better management. Okay, fair enough. They may. I'm not here to say that they don't. So DeLorean is in Hot Wheels. Okay, it is a good. Yeah, it's a good car. Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't need to grow. I'm not here to say, yeah, I mean, all that is true, you know, but they're just simply saying that this is that article is just pretty much his opinion is Microsoft is, you know, with them going ahead and let me go back. I'm seeing if these games are here around the corner from me. Let's see. All right, my God, the Call of Duty Vanguard on trade, you get $25. I mean, that is terrible.
How Charlie
that is terrible. I mean, that is, somebody should that's terrible. Okay, so Death Stranding, if I trade that in, I would get $23 on trade. That's terrible. That's the director's cut. So let's see, when does Kena Bridge of Spirits come out? That's what I'm looking for here. Let's see here. It's stock. No, I don't think they have it. Oh, hold on. Here it is. Hold on. So is it out? Because it gives me the trade-in of $20 in-store credit. That's still terrible, though. I mean, it's terrible. It's it's November 19th. Also, it's next Friday. Oh, boo. I wanted Friday because I'm buying everything on Friday. Same day as Battlefield. I thought Battlefield came out the 12th. Or is that like early, like you have early access or something like that? So this look on Cyberpunk, the game wasn't done by 60 devs. Final product really looks to be done by yeah, that is bad management, but they took the hit on Cyberpunk. So I mean, for one thing, the game is called Cyberpunk. The second thing is that they were like, you can make all these changes to your character, but you couldn't see the character, you know. So it's just like, yeah, there's a new Mass Effect coming. It's been confirmed. We're getting a new Mass Effect. It says Mass Effect will continue. So yes. You know, I'm all excited about that. So now, when will it be here? According to Grub Snacks, 2023-ish, which is fine. That's fine. So I'm excited about that.
Hello everyone, transport enthusiasts.
I still think Microsoft needs studios. They need to be able to put a new game on Game Pass. They need to put 2 new games on Game Pass, like brand new AAA games out of their studios. They need to be able to do that, you know, at least two to 3 times a year, you know, to keep everybody. They need to drop 1 per quarter, you know, to keep everybody talking about it. Let's hope it's better than Andromeda. Yeah, I do hope it's better than Andromeda. Andromeda had good gameplay. Andromeda, the weapons, the 3D printer for the weapons, I had no problem with it. The problem with Andromeda was the story. That was the problem with Andromeda, and that I thought, and I understand what they wanted to do with it. They wanted, you know, to build bases, and then you add things to the bases, and you were supposed to see those things at the bases. But that's not what we got, you know. That's not what we got. So, and people were affected by it. I mean, gee whiz. Like I said, there were podcasts that shut down because that game was so bad. So, one is called the Andromeda Nerds. they shut down because the game didn't get received well, and people were going in on them because they got early access. They're like, you were supposed to tell us that this game did not have this and this and had all these problems, and all that kind of stuff. And I think Fatal Mephisto was like, they may not have been able to, because they may have signed an NDA that said that they could not say anything. So that's trash. So oh, you didn't like how you could assess your weapons and armor on the fly. Well, your weapons you could. You remember you had to change the profile, and you could hotkey that to your gamepad. But I didn't have to. I just chose soldier, and there were some things I did like. I did like how you could have biotic powers, even though you didn't choose to be a biotic. I thought that was cool. So it's so it is what it is. But yeah, it was just a terrible story. I mean, nothing in the lore of Mass Effect talks about Andromeda. It shouldn't have taken modders to have to go in and create the missions that they had. That's messed up. So anyway. But again, the actual combat I thought was good. It's just the story was not that good. Going to the different planets was fun and landing, but they did not have a whole bunch of life on those planets. All the animals looked the same. Again, this has been talked about. The team did not know how to they could make the planets, but the life on the planets, trash. Trash. Now the ice planet I thought was the coolest, because once you fix the atmosphere on the ice planet, the ice started to melt, and in places where there was hard ice, when you would drive over it, it would sound like the ice was melting, and it was slushy and the ice was cracking. So that was fine. I mean, I thought that was good, but it's just the Frostbite engine is trash for this type of game that's more of a cinematic game. They need to keep it on the Unreal Engine, and God forbid they put it on the Unreal 5 engine. I think that would be fantastic. I think that would be fantastic. So but that's just, again, because we're used to a cinematic version, just like a Dragon Age, okay? So Dragon Age, that's the way it worked, and that's what we want. Yeah, I did watch Digital Foundry's thing on Halo, and they did tear it apart. So again, a lot of this is, I don't have an issue with what Microsoft's doing with the Series X. The problem is the fanboys that lied about the capabilities of the Series X. And shout out to, I don't know if you all heard, like Decrap Gamer was going in on people on Next Gen 720's podcast. I think it was Saturday. But he was saying that these Xbox podcasts are just lying. They're getting away with it. So Unreal Engine 5 would be awesome, but it would delay the project to swamp game engines. Well, again, no, I don't. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not. It was Mass Effect has always been on. Like Mass Effect 1 was on its own engine. That's why it played the way it played. Mass Effect 2 is on a version of Unreal, and I think Mass Effect 3 is on Unreal or something similar. So because it has a cover-based shooter, it's just like playing Gears. I always tell people that Gears of War, that's what I like. That's why I like Gears, because it's cinematic. You have nice set pieces, you have the action, then you advance the story a little bit, and you get a cut scene, more exposition, more things happening. Oh, okay, now we move on. I mean, that's to me, that's what Gears and Mass Effect did so well. But that's, hopefully they go back to that, because Unreal can't do that. Not Unreal, I'm sorry, Frostbite can't do that. It cannot do that. So it is what it is. So yeah, they're not. I don't think they're trying to damage control Halo anymore, and I don't see a lot of people, at least from the Xbox community, talking power anymore on Twitter. So that's what people wanted, because we all see PS5 is just as, or maybe even more powerful. You know, it is what it is. But guys, I'm going to get on off here. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to I don't know if I'm going to play some maybe some Mafia, the definitive edition of Mafia. I started playing that again on PS4 and or I'm sorry, PS5. I think I beat Mafia 1. I think I beat those games already. It's been a long time. So it's been a long time. I don't know. So but yeah. But so my Death Stranding review is that it's a good game. It does have some supernatural things on it. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, or maybe I'll do some more flight sim stuff. So so everybody, a round of applause for coming by. And shout out to everybody that's here and everybody that came through. So yeah, Jeff B Gaming, the First 48 Gaming, all you guys that came through here. Eric 83. See, the Bengals and the Raiders are playing in a couple weeks. You didn't know that. Beeger was happening. Of course, the Nightbot's in the house all the time. Paul Game was happening. Brioros, how are you? Hope I'm saying your name right. Capono 5150. Shout out to you, brother. And yeah, nice. Niece did that. The producer was happening. So yeah, shout out to everybody. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Probably Wednesday. We'll be streaming some Forza 5, and we'll get you all's opinion on it. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce on out of here, people.